Welcome to Barefoot in America. Today we're filming from Sedona, Arizona. We're on Schnebly Hill overlooking the town of Sedona with Thunder Mountain and Chimney Rock behind me. And we're going to focus today on a standing practice, including warrior ones and twos, and taking the time to warm up with the cloud salute. So if you're new to yoga, we'll be teaching at a pace that you can follow. If you've been doing yoga for a while, you can add some things that you know to create variations. And if you like what you're seeing with Barefoot in America, please take the time to subscribe, to comment and give us suggestions, and to share and like the practices. So starting nice and tall in mountain to begin. Get your feet right underneath your hips. Feel the hips stacked right over your feet, and take the time to feel the big toe knuckle ground in each foot, the little toe knuckle ground in each foot, and the center of the heel. So as you feel that tripod in each foot, really tonify the legs, lift your heart, stand tall and beautifully in mountain with hands at heart center. Gently bow your head and take a few deep cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling out the nostrils, setting your intention, being present with your breath, your body, your spirit. Take a few more breaths there. Connecting with this Ujjayi breath. It sounds kind of like Darth Vader, inhaling through the nostrils and the throat. Exhaling out the throat and the nostrils. And as we transition into the cloud salute, you want to just stay with this breath. So we're going to inhale our arms down and out and overhead, reach for the sky. Hands connect at the top. Exhale the elbows down as you lift the right knee towards the elbows. And then inhale the arms down and out and overhead, setting the foot down on the earth the same time your hands connect. And then bring the elbows down as you lift the left knee with an exhale. Inhale the arms down and out and overhead, foot touches when hands touch. Exhale, knee up, elbows down on the right. Inhale the arms up and overhead, connecting, and then lift the left knee as you lower the elbows on an exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale, right side again. And continue to go back and forth at your pace. Really take the time to follow your breath. Notice the stability in your stance leg. And notice how we are flexing and extending the torso. So we're aiding in digestion, we're creating circulation, range of motion in the shoulders and the hips, building some strength and stability. Really encompassing a lot of things here with cloud salute as we simply warm up the body for a couple minutes. Just one more round on each side with the goal to be ending with the left leg because we started with the right leg. Last time, exhale, hands to heart, and come to the top of your mat for 3 just simple half sun salutes. We're going to take it in slow motion first. Inhale your hands at your sides, shine the palms forward. Inhale, float the arms up and overhead, a little extension of the back at the top if you like. Exhale, hinge from your hips, swan dive forward, bending from the hip joints, spine long, and then eventually drape the body over the legs for forward fold. Take a few deep breaths in your forward fold. Feel the feet root to the earth. Maybe a little micro bend in the knees so you can drape over the legs. And then at some point, tonify the legs, just pressing into your feet, straightening them a little more. Feel the head just dangling as you hang in the forward fold. And then bringing hands to shins or thighs, press hands into the legs, straighten the elbows, making the L shape with your body, the tabletop with the back, flat back posture. Kneecaps pointing straight ahead, lengthening your spine, gazing at the floor, feeling that stretch in the hips and the glutes, the hamstrings. Exhale, refold. To rise, soften your hips and knees, lift your head and your heart, float your arms up and overhead, a little extension at the top if you like. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more with breath. Inhale your arms down and out and overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale, flat back, hands on shins or thighs. Exhale, refold. Soften the hips and knees, reverse swan dive all the way up, a little extension at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your arms down and out and overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your left foot back, 45-degree angle of the foot. The feet are hips width apart, right to left. Deeply bend your right knee so it stacks right over your ankle. And if you want to increase the width of your stance, just shimmy the foot forward. And as you have the knee bent over your ankle, press through your left heel. The left leg straight and strong. And now the pelvis squares to the top of the mat. Inner thighs spiral in to hug midline. Belly pulls in. Inhale, float the arms up. Warrior 1. Palm faces palm. Pinky fingers spiral into the midline. Sink a little deeper in the right knee. Press through your left heel. And we're going to take some arm motions. Exhale to cactus. Shine your heart to the sky. Lower the arms down. Inhale them up in front of you. Exhale to cactus. Shine your heart to the sky. Lower the arms down. Float them up in front of you. And one more time. Exhale to cactus. Shine your heart to the sky. Lower the arms down. Float them up in front of you and hold warrior 1. 3 deep breaths. Sinking into the front knee. Pressing into the back heel. Thighs hugging midline, belly pulled in, pelvis square to the top of the mat. And next we're going to open it to warrior 2. Arms come out into a T, left foot steps out and back a bit so that the right heel would bisect the arch of the left foot. And again now bend deeply into the right knee, kneecap points over second, third toe. If you feel the knee falling in, really use your glutes to pull that knee outward a bit. Arms are at shoulder height, gazing out over right middle finger. Press strongly through the outside edge of the left foot. And the left foot is either parallel to the short side of the mat or the toes turn in just 20 degrees. And now adding just a little bit of movement, float your arms over your head as you slowly straighten the right knee. And then sink back down into warrior 2, arms to a T, bending your right knee. Inhale, float the arms up. Straighten the right knee. Exhale, sink into the right knee. Gaze out over your right middle finger. And one more time, pressing through the leg, arms lift, sink back into the knee. Feel the shape of warrior 2 for 3 deep breaths. Sink a little deeper into the front knee. Press through the outside edge of the left foot. Pull the belly in, shoulders are stacked right over your hips. Arms at the same height. And then relax the hands to your hips, straighten your right knee, turn your right toes to the long side of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge from your hips, taking a wide-legged forward fold. Hands can just rest on the mat. Adjust the width of your feet as you see fit for your flexibility. The legs are strong. The back is long, hinging from your hips. Just feeling that forward fold. And your toes are turned in slightly in relationship to your heels. Just a couple more deep breaths there. Hands to hips, lengthen your spine. Inhale all the way up. And turn your left toes now to the short side of the mat. Right toes to the long side. Repeating the sequence in the opposite direction. So we're going to sink into the left knee. Arms float up to a T for warrior two, gazing out over your left middle finger. Left knee stacks over the ankle. Right leg straight and strong, pressing through the outside edge of the right foot. And here in warrior two, the pelvis is really splaying open. Get settled in your warrior two, and we're going to add that simple motion and let yourself do it in slow motion. Press through the left foot to straighten the leg. Arms rise over your head. And then sink back into the left knee. Arms come into the T, gazing out over left middle finger. Press through the left leg to straighten it. Arms rise. And then sink back into the left knee. Arms find the T. And one more time. Inhale it up, straightening the leg. Exhale, sink into your warrior two. Left knee pointing to the second, third toe. Belly pulled in, shoulders stacked over the hips. Sinking into the shape, holding for a couple more deep breaths. Lower your hands to your hips to transition to warrior one now. You're going to take the right foot, step it forward a bit and out to the side. So your feet are hips width apart. Right toe is at a 45-degree angle. Left toes facing the short side of the mat. Hands on the hips will help you square your pelvis. Sink into your left knee so it stacks right over the ankle. Press through the outside edge of your right heel, a straight, strong right leg. Inner thighs hug midline. Pelvis square to the top of the mat. Float the arms up. Palm faces palm. And now pinky fingers spiral in ever so subtly. A strong warrior one. And taking the simple arm movements, exhale to cactus. Shine your heart to the sky. Lower the hands down. Float the arms up in front of you. And exhale to cactus. Lower the arms down. Float them up in front of you. And exhale to cactus. Lower the arms down. Float them up in front of you and hold warrior one. 3 more deep breaths. Pressing through the right heel, sinking in the left knee. Thighs hugging the midline. Belly pulled in, heart lifted. And exhale, hands to heart. With grace, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Standing tall in mountain. Inhale your arms down and out and overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Swan dive forward. Inhale to the flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your arms down and out and overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging from your hips. Finding the forward fold, then hands to shins or thighs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time in slow motion this time. Inhale your hands down, shine them forward. Slowly float them up and overhead. Add that little back bend at the top if you like. Hinging from your hips, swan dive forward. Melt into the forward fold and just hang there for a few deep breaths.
Let your head dangle. Feel the weight in the feet, the strength in your legs, the bend in your hips, the torso just draping over your legs. Hands to shins or thighs, press into your hands, find your flat back and hold it for a few cleansing breaths. Really feel the length in your spine, the L shape in your body. Notice how that feels. And then exhale, refold. Soften the hips and knees, lift the head and the heart, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a deep cleansing breath, standing in mountain. And then pull in your low belly like there's a zipper there. Bend your hips and knees as if you're sitting in a chair. See how deeply you can sink. Kneecaps pointing over second, third toe. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. Staying right here if it's enough, or sweep the arms up and overhead. Feel yourself sinking into your chair. Hold one more deep breath. And then swan dive forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Now drop your seat, bending your hips and knees. Either hands at heart or arms up by your ears. Find your chair back. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. Feel the strength in your legs, holding chair posture. And now press through your feet, straightening your hips and knees simultaneously. A little back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend your hips and knees deeply again, finding chair. Hands can remain at heart or float the arms up by the ears. Sink, sink, sink. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Drop your seat, lift your heart. Hands at heart or arms over your head. Hold your chair for just a deep breath. Inhale, push yourself all the way up. Find the back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more time. Bend your hips nice and deeply. Hands could stay at the heart or float them up by your ears. Take a deep breath in the chair posture. Let it be yours. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Lift your head and your heart. Arms could float up by your ears or hands at heart. Hold your chair for one more breath. And then push yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And find your way to lying on your backs now for your final resting posture. You can just lie down. I'm going to stay seated just to talk you through a closing meditation. But let yourself lay flat and feel the efforts of your practice integrate with your body. Feel yourself softening into the mat beneath you. Let yourself settle in. You took the time for some strength postures. We created some warming up, some blood flow with the cloud salute. The power postures of warrior 1, 2, and chair. The flowing in and out of them. Pausing for some stretching to opening the body. And now letting it all integrate to stillness. This sweet, sweet surrender of just letting go. And I invite you to stay in Savasana as long as you have time for today. I thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. the place of divine light and truth in me. Honest the place of divine light and truth in you, where we are all one. Namaste.